Hello everyone, we have a lot to talk about right now in the weather world. Starting with the severe weather out down in Florida. That it looks like it's actually dissipating right now. Yeah, there's some storms that aren't on the radar anymore. So that's good at least. Earlier today there were some strong, well I wouldn't say strong, but there were some actual tornadoes that touched down in North Carolina. Now, if we go to about, it's 5 o'clock right now. So if we go, yeah, that would be good. If we go to about this is Raleigh, North Carolina's radar feed right now. This is 5, don't know why it's not working. Anyway, so now let's go to the models, actually. So this is for, we'll go to each section of the United States, starting here with the Northeast. So this is right now. Oh, this is the latest model run for the Northeast here. You can see some rain here off um, Lake Erie. Um, and then tomorrow you see rain over the south coast of Massachusetts, but snow up in Maine and Canada. And then the rain kind of fizzles out as low pressure comes through. And then Friday, we're looking at the potential for the first snow, actual good snow of the season. However, it's probably not going to be 100% snow. It's probably going to be rain mixed with snow, but we'll see as we get closer here. And then Saturday is looking, and Sunday is looking very clear before the next system arrives on Monday, bringing possibly snow again to the region, and then rain Tuesday. And as low pressure from Canada swings through on Wednesday, that may bring some snow to the Berkshires of Massachusetts, to all the way to the south coast of Massachusetts as well. And then as we go into next Thursday, you can see a system off the coast here. Oh, whoops. We can see a system off the coast. That's not it. There we go. Right. I can't scroll. So right here, you can see this system off the coast of Massachusetts here. Looks like it's bringing some snow to Maine. It may take a turn to the east, but it's most likely going to stay offshore. And then high pressure swings through for Thursday and Friday will be clear, and then Saturday we're looking at some more snow. Same with Sunday. So that's the northeast. Not much in the way of weather coming up. Now, if we go to the let's go to the Mid Atlantic next here. So this is right now here. You can see offshore here of North Carolina. You can see some heavy rain. Um, Possibly some thunderstorms too, maybe, as there's some instability from the heat today. So you can see that low pressure system swings up towards New England, as I mentioned earlier, and you can see snow to like parts of New York, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, uh, but nothing in the mid-Atlantic here. As you can see, snow reaches like the panhandle of Maryland, but not much further than that. And then you can see Sunday some rain swinging through, out mainly Alabama, Tennessee, North Carolina, Georgia, as high pressure swings on through. And then you can see kind of how this line of rain that was like very light to moderate onshore becomes a little stronger offshore with the high pressure, or that low pressure. And then you can see high pressure will be swinging through, so it will be dry for Tuesday before rain comes, and possibly some snow mixes in on Wednesday. You can see that system right here. Right when I was talking about that May clip Maine. That's coming from Florida, I believe. And so it'll be dry for the rest of Wednesday and Thursday. Some snow showers in Virginia. Maybe Washington D.C. may see some some snow flurries or showers, and more snow, and then clear on Saturday before another system comes in on Monday. So that's the Mid-Atlantic. Now let's move on to the southeast. So you can see right now some rain showers over the Gulf of Florida, um, Georgia, the coast of Georgia, the coast of South Carolina, and the Piedmont of South Carolina right now. So this is tomorrow. Not much rain. Actually, no rain at all, as high pressure swings through the area on Friday. Saturday is clear as well, but on Sunday, rain is coming in, and possibly maybe some thunderstorms, and then high pressure will swing in Monday, bringing more rain showers through Wednesday, and then it'll be clear for Thursday and Friday and Saturday. Uh, and Saturday, high pressure will swing through, bringing more rain on Monday. So we'll go to. We have a lot of areas we have to cover. So let's get to the Ohio Valley. Not much right now in the Ohio Valley. So let's get started here. So tomorrow you can see some snow in Indiana, and some snow will make it into Ohio before changing over to rain by Lake Erie, and then dry for Saturday, and then some rain and sleet making its way into Illinois on Saturday, as low pressure will travel behind it. You can see the rain down in the south, as I talked about earlier. And then dry on Monday, and the next pressure system doesn't come through for a while. As you can, next Friday actually is the next pressure system will swing through with a little bit of snow in front of it. So once the snow passes through, a low pressure will follow it, and then after that, dry until next Sunday, where snow and rain may mix mix in. And yeah, so that, now if, actually, let's look at the, if we look at the total snowfall over the next week, not, so you can see, almost a foot in, Iowa, or yeah, that's Iowa, but, Illinois looking at about an inch. Same with Indiana, about an inch to 2 inches. Ohio looking at a dusting, but portions like Cleveland may see an inch and a half. You see 8 inches in West Virginia, 16 inches in Iowa to Missouri. So, very productive system. Now, if we go over to the south, or not the south, sorry, Texas, this is right now here. The not much as high pressure swings through and then low pressure will follow it. You can see this is Saturday, so a dry spell for the next 2 days. Uh, Rain will come in on Saturday afternoon. Some heavy, it looks like. And then more rain on Tuesday as low pressure will come in. And then clear on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. And Saturday as two pressure systems collide, a low and a high pressure system. And then drying for Sunday, but rain will come back through on Monday. Now, I want to shift my focus to the the Pacific coast here for California. There's a winter storm out there right now. So, you can see some rain off the coast of California right now, but some snow in the mountains. Now, as this is tomorrow morning, some snow mixed with rain will sweep through, and then before changing to snow, and then changing to rain afterward, as high pressure will come through, and then rain and possibly some snow and sleet up in the mountains of California. But otherwise, rain will come through, and more a repeat of Saturday, on Sunday, although the rain will be less widespread than Saturday. And then another system bringing snow, sleet, and rain to California Tuesday, and then drying out by Thursday, and then snow on Sunday. Now, total snowfall for, let's go over the next 24 hours. Not much, actually, quite a bit. Almost, I think about a foot in the mountains of California. So not much on land. And then by Monday, they're expected to get another foot of snow. On Monday, you can see like portions of California, Utah, out Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, Nevada, seeing some getting in on the snow as well. Now, if we look at the temperatures, you can see definitely supporting some snow right now. 17 out in Utah, 13, 9 degrees in Wyoming, 64 though by the coast of California right now. And those temperatures are gonna stay in the 50s for the rest of the week into next week. And yeah, so now if we go back to the radar here, not much action going on right now that could talk about. Some rain making its way up by New York City, Long Island. That's going to be lifting up towards Massachusetts over the next hour or two. You could see actually some storms developing in Ohio right now. Canton, Ohio. Some thunderstorms are developing. Now, if we go to the 3D radar, pretty impressive looking storms here. Just outside of Ravenna, Ohio right now. Although, it does look like they may be intensifying. They may be intensifying. Now, if we look, and also some more storms over Lake Ontario right now in Canada that aren't really worth looking at the moment, but there is some heavy rain with it. But if we look at Canada, there's a lot of heavy rainfall right now over Toronto that's lifting over from Lake Erie. If we look at the precipitation amount, only about an inch or two. No tornadic capability. Nothing's tornadic with these cells. As that continues to lift northeast towards Ottawa. Now, if we go up to Wisconsin, some snow actually in the but just outside of Marquette. Marquette is seeing a bit of snow right now. Um, that area is under a winter storm warning. If we go to the storm total precip, that only an inch of rain has fallen. Well, only an inch or two of snow has fallen. Now let's go head out, actually back out to California. So, mostly rain right now. Even in the mountains, it's just rain. There's not really much snow. It hasn't even. It's still the afternoon in California right now, so as it gets later in the day, temperatures will drop, and then the rain may change over to snow. The thunderstorms down in Florida from earlier today that produced severe thunderstorms have just moved offshore. There is some still behind it, but those are looking like more likely to stay less severe, to less severe to. So they're not going to become severe. They're not really likely to become severe. Um, some rain off the coast of New Jersey right now. Salisbury, Delaware is seeing some moderate rain right now. sorry, Salisbury, Maryland, I'm sorry, is seeing a little bit of moderate to heavy rain right now. As we, as to get back to Toronto, as I was talking about, when uh, Cayuga, Ontario picked up almost 2 inches of rain in the last and over the last 48 hours. So and more rain is expected over the next few hours in Ontario right now. So that will be continuing to produce heavy rainfall, which may lead to ponding of low-lying areas and such. You see, most of Georgia had severe weather this afternoon, but since then it's cleared out, um, and leading to clear conditions all across the board here. Now, if we go to you can see 66 in Atlanta right now, 64, 69 just outside of Peachtree City. Albany, Georgia, 74 degrees. But it wasn't this warm. It wasn't this warm when the severe weather came through. It was wicked warm. It was warmer when the severe weather came before the severe weather came through. But after the severe weather passed the area, temperatures dropped. Charleston, South Carolina, 66. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, 60. You see, actually, the Palm Coast, Florida, at 73 right now, as the line of thunderstorms just pushed offshore. Now, if we move up to New England here, it's cooling off from what it was this morning and afternoon. This afternoon, it was the lower 50s. Its temperatures are starting to bottom out right now. 45 just outside of Lowell, 43 in Boston, 44 in Hyannis, 44 in Providence. New Jersey recorded 74 today. That was it was just outside of Atlantic City. Ocean City recorded 74 degrees today. So warmer temperatures right now in the Northeast. It definitely doesn't feel like winter right now. This is above normal temperatures right now for January. Now, if we go to the models and go to temperature, so right now you can see 40s and 50s across the board, 60s and 70s. But so this is tomorrow. You can see the 20s and teens in Maine, 40s and lower 50s in Massachusetts and New York, as well as Pennsylvania, 66 or 60 on the coast of New Jersey. But as the week progresses, it gets colder and it's starting to get that winter feeling back. So you can see by Friday, temperature drops to 42 on Cape Cod, 37 in Springfield, Massachusetts, 35 in Pittsfield, Mass. You can see New Jersey actually cooling down a little bit, 44 on the coast, and New York City, 37. But so definitely getting that winter chill back. And by Saturday, temperatures across much of Pennsylvania, New York, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine are looking at 30s, 20s, and teens. You can see Concord, New Hampshire, 27, Boston, 34, the Cape at 38, Springfield, Mass at 30, Pittsfield, Mass at 23. You can see somewhere, I'm not quite sure of the city, but some place in Pennsylvania reaching 19 degrees. The mountains of New York reaching upstate New York reaching 19 as well. You can see in Ontario, Canada, I'm sorry, reaching 9 degrees, 7 degrees, 6 degrees, even 1 degree, even 0. And then as the weekend progressive, it'll go into below freezing. Well, way below freezing. Below 0. So you can see 20s and 30s on Saturday. Sunday, the same. Monday, warming up a little bit, but not much. For a big warm up, before another chill comes through on Thursday. This one much more chillier than the last chill. You can see, so 15 degrees in Lowell, Mass, 16 in Boston, 25 on the Cape, 7 degrees in Pittsfield, 12 in Burlington, Vermont, even 0 in the mountains of upstate New York, 16 Buffalo, -1 in the Maine mountains. So very chilly for Thursday and Friday, and even next Saturday and Sunday, before warming up to the lower 50s on Thursday. Now, as far as precipitation goes for the next week or so, not much precipitation. Not much. Just about 4 inches of precipitation over the next week. 7 inches in Connecticut. Remember, this is not all in one time. It's throughout the week. So, from today's model run all the way to next Wednesday or Thursday, this model run. So, this is all not at one time. So, not much rain, actually, surprisingly, across the board. You might be thinking, like, oh, 7 inches is a lot. Like, yes and no. Because it's still not much. Massachusetts, this area here that I'm circling with my mouse, has been in a severe drought over the summer. So that includes, for my friends listening to my podcast, that would be Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New Hampshire, Vermont, Vermont and Maine were in a severe drought over the summer. So, now let's take a look actually at the Massachusetts weather here, because it's actually very interesting right now. So, wind coming out of the east right now. So, Boston at 43 right now. This is right now. So, temperature dropping to 46. Now, it's interesting. The temperature on Cape Cod maintains 46 until about 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. But Boston still maintaining that 43 degrees. And 50 by 1 o'clock it drops to 48, and then it drops to 46. But you can see it gets chilly. Leominster at 34, Lowell at 34. So getting a little chilly. 44 on Cape Cod right now. by late Friday afternoon. By Friday night, Leominster 32, Lowell 32, Worcester 34, Boston 35, Amherst 34, Pittsfield 32, and the Berkshires reaching 34. But as we get into Saturday, chilly air almost engulfed the whole state of Massachusetts. Half of the state of Massachusetts feeling a chill. So Pittsfield 30, Great Barrington 30, Amherst 30, Springfield 30, Worcester 30, Leominster 30, Lowell 28, Boston 32, Brockton 30, the Cape Cod reaching 32. And then by 10 a.m. Saturday, the cold air backs off. And then warming up a little on the Cape Cod, but only reaching 41. Before Saturday night, cold air will engulf the whole state of Massachusetts. So 17 Pittsfield, 21 Amherst, 19 in Leominster, even Cape Cod reaching below freezing. So 30 degrees. And by 4 p.m. Sunday, by 3 p.m. Sunday, it's only gonna warm up to 32. So I'd say that would be the high for Sunday. Now warming up Sunday overnight on Sunday into Monday as cold air departs the region before our next round of chilly air comes through on Tuesday, but doesn't stick around for long. By 12 p.m. Tuesday, it's already gone. So, and then stays in the 40s, but then more air in eastern Massachusetts and the Berkshires and isolated portions of southeastern Massachusetts will see another chill. Before more cold air comes through on Thursday, this one a little more potent than the last one we had Tuesday. 26 on the Cape. 19, Boston will reach 19 degrees. Pittsfield, Mass reaching 12. But Keene, New Hampshire and Manchester, New Hampshire reaching 10. So, and now here's what's interesting. So Friday, 2 a.m., you can see Pittsfield at 3 degrees. Boston at 10 degrees. Barnstable, Massachusetts Massachusetts is still hanging on at 16 degrees. So, but Sandwich reaching 14 and Mashpee reaching 14. So, the Cape Cod's hanging on. It doesn't want to go below 10. So that would be the temperature. Now, another main topic right now, what time is it? This is the latest. You see is the fog. Now, the area is under a dense fog advisory, or not dense fog advisory, special weather statement for the fog. You see, as the temperatures warm up a lot, it will produce fog. Now, it's been foggy all day for the Cape. Like, from 3 a.m., the fog around 10:30, 11 started to dissipate, and it became foggy again. So, another round of fog tomorrow morning will dissipate around 4 in the afternoon. So, foggy for the next 2 days for the Cape and Islands. Now, if we zoom out on the local radar here. The whole radar. This is for the whole United States. If we look at temperatures here, we can see 16 in Denver, Utica 30. So not much cold air to deal with here. Mitchell, South Dakota, 1 degree. You can see, but no 70-degree readings right now anywhere. Oh wait, sorry, that's Friday. Right now, yeah, no, still no 70-degree readings. Only 61 in New Orleans. So as we progress, so this is tomorrow now. You see, cold air starts to stretch out to Illinois, but that's as far as it's gonna go. Before another cold rush of cold air comes through. This time, it's gonna stretch as far as New England. So you can see by Friday, 70. Oh wait, that's Mexico. 61 in Lubbock, 66 in Dallas. Um, Still no readings of 70 degrees yet. But although somewhere in Mexico is reaching 75 here, as cold air continues to rush through, you can see Saturday, 3 p.m., Houston, Texas reaches 75 degrees. And then kind of like slows down. Like goes from 70, Houston goes from 72 to on Saturday to 52 on Sunday. But still, and then you can see 50s and upper 50s, lower 60s is the norm for the weekend, the rest of the weekend, this weekend. But you could see more cold air coming through the the southeastern half of the United States, and then Nevada before. You can see up in Ontario right now, not right now, next Thursday, Timmins, Ontario reaching minus 15. Musconi, Ontario reaching minus 17 degrees. Now, if we go up to Alaska is even worse than that. It's minus 20 below, and just so y'all know, that's below zero. And that could cause frostbite like almost immediately if you go outside. So I would not stay outside. Now, if we look at the wind gusts here, that's thunderstorms. Wind gusts here. Not much in the way of winds at the moment. You see 40 miles per hour to 50 miles per hour over Texas and New Mexico right now. So, this is next Thursday, I'm sorry. Texas, so right now, if let's actually head up to the northeast first about the winds. So you can see winds 5 to 20 miles per hour the rest of today. Not much wind. You could see like some 30 to 40 mile per hour readings off the coast of Maine, but otherwise onshore remaining at the 10 to 20 mile per hour mark. This is Friday, looking at 20 to 25 miles per hour. So we're not getting too much wind in New England or Massachusetts for that matter. But you can see, so if we go, for example, let's go out to the Worcester Hills. Let's go offshore. Let's go a little offshore here. So you see 10 knots right now, but as it 26 knots, reaching 31 knots, and then going down to 20 knots, 18 to 16. So almost reaching gale force. So if you plan to go fishing, this week's not your week. Although it's below gale force, so you should be good. Before some strong winds, almost gale force again, 30 knots. So gale warning criteria would be 34 knots or greater. So not reaching gale force. So not reaching gale force at So I think that's all there is to cover. So yeah.